Would you like to know how to create a pumpkin arrangement like this? If you are ready to have some fun, I'm going to show you how easy it is to make a succulent pumpkin arrangement. It is so easy that you don't even need to cut this pumpkin. If you have succulents growing in your garden, that's great because all you have to do is harvest some, grab a pumpkin, some moss, and hot glue, and you are all set to have some fun. This pumpkin arrangement is a soilless project, so if you have rooted succulents, you need to remove the soil. Now, if you're new to succulents, you might be terrified. You might think that we are going to waste these precious plants for the sake of creating a temporary arrangement like this. But this is one of those projects where you'll understand how unique succulents are. They will survive in projects where other plants cannot last even for a day. That is why they are known for being resilient. There are so many varieties of pumpkins you can choose from. They come in different colors, shapes, and textures. And for our project, I decided to try these assorted gourds and this bright orange Cinderella pumpkin. This pumpkin, when opened, will last only for a few days, but when intact, can last for 2 to 3 months. That's why we are not going to cut this open. So, let's start. First, apply a good amount of glue on top of this pumpkin. You can use tacky glue, adhesive sprays, or this hot glue gun. Then, depending on the pumpkin size, press a few handfuls of sphagnum moss before the glue dries out. Hot glue dries faster. You might need to press the moss down to ensure they stick to the pumpkin, and as you go along, you can continue adding more. Then comes the fun part, decorating the pumpkin with succulents. To attach the succulents, we are going to glue them on the moss. That's how you keep them in place and arrange them in a compact way. The hot glue will not damage the plants. You can start with those trailing varieties first and work upwards. Or you can start in the middle and work your way downwards. In my case, I decided to start at an angle and will later on place something taller in the middle. You can put a lot of succulents and completely cover the moss. The more varieties you have, and the more colorful they are, the more beautiful your arrangement will be. So you see, it is so easy to create a succulent pumpkin arrangement. Here are the care tips to make this arrangement last. First of all, do not water this right away. The plants do not need it yet. When you use succulent cuttings, they do not have roots yet to absorb the water. Some cut ends are still raw and open, so you do not want moisture to go in. You instead need to allow them to callus by keeping them dry. Second, do not expose this to direct sunlight. When succulents are not stable, like these cuttings, they can get sunburned, so provide bright but indirect light. After 2 weeks, you can start watering using watering bottle with elongated tip or simply pouring water directly onto the moss. And depending on your location and the hydration status of your plants, you can adjust the watering schedule. Once a week should be enough. Here's what you should expect. When you are using colorful succulent cuttings, they will keep their colors for a week or two, even indoors. But they will slowly fade over time. When you are using cuttings, the plants will not elongate faster, even without adequate lighting, because they will concentrate on conserving their energy to survive. But after 3 to 4 weeks, when they start growing roots and you are giving them water, that's when you'll notice some of them putting out some new growths or even elongating, which is a sign that they are asking for more light. So you can move them to a brighter location, but still not in full sun. Over time, some of them will grow roots even on top of the moss alone. But they won't grow at the same rate. Some succulents grow slower compared to others. When the pumpkin begins to deteriorate, you can remove the plants and transfer them in another container. So you see, you get to enjoy the succulents but keep them at the same time. And if you're not comfortable growing succulents yet, download a free copy of the Beginner's Guide to Growing Succulents. It will give you an idea on how to take care of succulents, build your confidence in growing them, and you'll get to enjoy this hobby even more.